Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nomaria Idayu binti Muhammad Noor. My metric number is 252792. So this is a presentation for the subject of tender management and evaluation. My task is to describe the process that happened during the tender evaluation. So tender evaluation is conducted to identify qualified contractors and to know contractors that offer reasonable price and timely completion. In the tender evaluation process, there are two important stages, which is receive and opening of tender and evaluation of tender. On receiving the tender, the contracting authority must register them, and it is common practice to record the name of the tenderers as well as the date and time of reception of the tender. Tender must be kept in a safe place under the lock and key. After that tender committed, we proceed with evaluation of tender. The evaluation panel must make sure that the tender receipts are complete and they comply with all of the requirements set by the contracting authority in the tender's document. The process that usually carried out by the evaluation panel is formal compliance check. Assessment is done to see which tender meet the requirement of the procedure and formalities set by the contracting authority in the tender document, such as in the specific language with the correct number of the copies and including all documents requested. Secondly is technical and substantive compliance check. The technical and substantive compliance check consists of identifying the tender that are compliant with the specification, the contract condition and other fundamental substantive requirements. After that is choose the best tender based on the lowest price. If the award criteria is according to the lowest price, then the tender submitted must follow that condition. Before comparing price, some important things like tender price must include all price elements in according with the requirement set in the tender document. Any arithmetical error must be corrected and recorded. Any discount must be applied, and tender that appear to be abnormally low must be duly investigated. Meanwhile, if the selection of tender based on the most economically advantageous tender, then the tender submitted by tenderer should be meet the set procedural requirement and formalities and meet the set monetary specification and other set monetary substantive requirement. And of course, any pre-announced criteria and weighting, pre-announced evaluation methodology cannot be changed or waived during the process of evaluation of tenders. A moderation meeting is normally held once all members of the evaluation panel has complete their independent review and scoring of the tenders if that approach is been adopted. At the moderation meeting, the panel members would consider the score and comment allocated by each member of the evaluation panel in order to establish the ranking of the evaluate tenders and to agree on the recommendation of the award to be included in the evaluation report. Recommendation to award the contract. The evaluation panel normally has the mandate to issue only a recommendation to the contracting authority regarding the award of the contract and not to make the final award decision. This is arrangement depend, however, on the provision of national legislation. The recommendation to award the contract is generally contained in the evaluation report. Award approval. The chairperson of the evaluation panel issue a report to the contracting authority for approval, who is responsible for verifying that the process of evaluation of tender was conducted properly and asking for any additional clarification or evidence, ensuring that the recommendation of the award is sound and correct, and making the final award decision for making the final recommendation. Contract award. After approval of the award is given, the contractor authority notified the successful tenders in writing that its tender has been accepted for awarding the contract. Mandatory standstill period. The contracting authority must notify all tenderers of the contract award decision before making a contract with the winning tenderer. This notification will be followed by a mandatory standstill period. This means that the minimum number of calendar days may be 10 to 50. There must be a written communication of the contract award decision to all tenderers and where relevant to candidate and the contract conclusion. So, contract conclusion. Once the mandatory standstill period has expired and no complaint is received, the authorities may proceed with the contract depending on national legislation. To publish of contract award notice should be within 48 days from the date of the contract awards. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much.